Here, this will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready? 30 base. Mike, 44. I got one.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage...
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
This is taken at the 23. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I don't even know why this team showed up. Check 37, check 37, check 3, check 3, check 3. Ready.
Now the first carry for Bryce Love. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Redskin first down. The pickup, 15 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Martinez now to throw again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right, it felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
No. Jumping. Check 3. Hey, wahoo!
2nd and 6. Open here, Adam Thielen. Vikings. Adam Thielen, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch the safety. Blue dog quarters. Blue dog quarters. Check 52.
On 1st down, here's Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Almost like it's a like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Got it. Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. Ready.
On 2nd down, Love. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go now. Let's go now. Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Protein spill. Time up. Go, go. Right there. 54.
On 3rd down, here's Love. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
Washington Redskins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Don't travel. Race don't travel. Delta. Hey, we gotta get to 9. Mike over there. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Mike 9.
Here's Martinez. Off play action. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the 1st quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
Miles Jack there to make the tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the pistol, they run it with Cook. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check 24, check 24. Hey, stand up. Kill, turn up.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Under 10,
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Set. 15 line. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check. Hey, Steve 6. Go. Rock it. Shit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
60 Pittsburgh. Mike spoke. 44th to Mike. 44th to Mike.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Complete. Smith has it. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Martinez from the gun, he'll throw. He's got Smith here. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Check it out, read.
From the gun, Martinez. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Mike Hughes, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready. 70, Indy. General West. Check. Hey, Alpha. Yep. Mike, 44 is Mike. Check. Oh, you got D? Snap.
Back to throw here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Owens. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. A second quarter score from down in Houston. The Broncos have taken the early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
44 to Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me. 40 to go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw left side complete. That's Owens. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
18 Gator. 2.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here. A chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
36.
And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 1. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's third and goal.
Look at me. Go.
Here is Cook on third and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on fourth down. Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
A final shot before break. Martinez airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's Love. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Pick it up.
They'll run on first down. It's Love. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Martinez. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Whip, 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 whip. Watch the whip. 80 weapon. 80 weapon.
To throw is Martinez. Operating from the gun. His throw incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminate it.
Now Martinez back to the air on 2nd down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Out. 64, weak.
Looking to throw. Martinez. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. 2nd and 14. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
They'll set up to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Let's go, you tighten up. Hey, orbit. Hey. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Smooth. Hey, now.
Back to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Herb Smith Jr., his first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Martinez now. From the gun, he'll throw. It's caught. Smith. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Big hit.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now a give running right is Love. He'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Okay, ready? We don't get to nothing. Mike over there. Don't let him breathe.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
H3218, chopper.
Here's Martinez off the play fake. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And my goodness, another interception. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats?
Who?
You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
that is
by the
one
time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
6-6, pull it high. Nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares. Look at me, zipper. Check. Hey, we gotta get to the ball, T. We gotta get ready.
2nd and 5. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A first down there on a pickup of 25. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
61, matchbox, lights. 5.
They'll look to throw here. They'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Hey, here we go. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Blue dot Corkers, blue dot Corkers.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you. Exit.
Martinez going to throw again. Smith catches left side. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. On third down, Martinez escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal. We got a seal. Think you gonna get this, boy? You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this?
Back, back, back. Smoke. Nine the mic. Push him back. Push him back.
Mike 9, Mike 9. Hey, we got.
Yeah. Hey, defense, let's go. Mike 9, Mike 9.
To throw is Martinez. Throwing on fourth down. The open man is Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
We taking wins home.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Now Martinez operating from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jair Alexander in from the corner to make the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber, ready, go!
Back to throw. Martinez. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They come out here in the I. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Come on, D.
Going to give it to Love. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Here's Love again, and he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
This defense continues to be good on third down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown offensively. Are you saying, let's go for this? Let's try to get it in the end zone.
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should fourth down be any different? You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Ready.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
The Vikings on third down. They've hit at 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And some room to roam now. A huge play there for Washington. 57 yards. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. They'll run again with Love on first down. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. Second and 13. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
A 2-yard gain. It's now 4th and goal.
Recon, 132 fighter. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 5-7. Let's go.
On fourth down, Martinez. And it's caught. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone, and that will force a turnover on downs. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 20, 10, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. On the draw, this is Love. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it third down and 10. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
On third down, it's Love. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Martinez now throwing on fourth down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Don't get nervous.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. All right?
Now!
Let's go, D, let's go.
Hey, Charlie!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Space to run past the 20. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
Let's go.
A good pickup there at 22. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Ready?
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. McManus now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know, are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
Pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit no matter what the battle is. We're going to finish this thing out.